You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
Hello and welcome to Working Like Dogs on Pet Life Radio. Thank you for joining us today. We're your hosts. My name is Marcie Davis, and my co-host is my trusty assistance dog, Whistle. And we're thrilled you could be with us today to talk about our favorite subject, working dogs and working animals. And today we have 3 guests. We have Kim Gabelein, who is a spokesperson for America's VetDogs, and also she is the Senior Marketing Director for Bil-Jac Super Premium Dog Food. And we also have Joseph Worley and his America's Vet Dog, Benjamin. And Joseph is a veteran and a Navy Corpsman veteran, and we're really looking forward to talking with them and hearing all about the awesome things that are happening at America's Vet Dogs. So please come right back after these quick messages as we welcome Kim and Joe and Benjamin to the show.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Petco, where the pets go. Petco, where the pets go.
Pet Life Radio has tail-wagging, fur-flying, fabulous deals for our listeners from Petco. Get $6 off your order of $60 or more and up to 40% off the entire Petco site. That's right. But that's not all. Because you're a Pet Life Radio listener, you'll also get free shipping on your order of $49 or more. $6 off, up to 40% off, and free shipping from Pet Life Radio and Petco. To get these awesome deals, go to PetcoDeals.com. That's PetcoDeals.com.
Petco, where the pets go.
I'm not much of a reader, but I do wish I were more well-read.
There are so many great books coming out. I wish I could find a way to keep up.
Audible.com makes it easy to stay well-informed and catch up on your reading simply by listening. Audiobooks from Audible turn downtime into uptime. You'll be more productive and become well-read.
Now I'm able to catch up on all the great books I've been wanting to read.
With Audible, I feel smarter.
Pet Life Radio listeners, try Audible.com now and get your first 30 days of Audible Listener Gold membership plan free. And get a free audiobook. Choose from over 100,000 titles. To get this great deal, go to audibledeals.com. That's audibledeals.com.
Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Working Like Dogs on Pet Life Radio. We're so excited today to have Kim Gabelein and Joseph Worley and his assistance dog Benjamin with us. Kim and Joe, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're so excited you could be with us today. Kim, can you tell us more about the mission of America's Vet Dogs?
Yes, the mission of American Vet Dogs is to provide disabled veterans and active duty personnel with service dogs that can assist them in their everyday lives now that they're back from serving our country.
That's awesome. And Joe, you actually have one of these amazing dogs, right?
That's right. I've got a beautiful golden retriever by the name of Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin is gorgeous. And tell us, what kind of commands does Benjamin do for you?
A lot of the stuff he does is mostly bringing me things and bracing to let me stand up. He, it's weird how much of it he actually does intuitively. And it's not, he helps me walk. He brings me stuff when I go to put my prosthetic leg on. I got injured in Iraq in 2004, and I'm missing my left leg above the knee. And then also when I drop things out of my lap, he'll go under the wheelchair for and get it, for me and get it. And, he stabilizes me when I walk. He travels with me all over the place. So it's really a game changer. I mean, it's really honestly drastically improved the quality of my life.
Yeah, I hear you. And boy, do I echo everything you're saying, because that's exactly what Whistle does for me. And it is a game changer. How long have you and Benjamin been together?
I got Benjamin actually in the first on-site class, in 2008. So, and I didn't even realize that it'd been that long until I had this conversation with one of the gentlemen that worked there named Bill, a couple of months ago. I didn't realize it was 2008 that I've already had him as long as I have.
I know, the time flies, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't even realize that you just get closer and closer to them, and then you realize that your little puppy's, going on 7 years old now. And
I know.
It's just funny.
I know, and you start seeing a little gray hair, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's just so hard to believe that they've been with you for so long. I know Whistle just turned 7, and I'm seeing some gray hair and that blonde hair. But I
wouldn't tell Benjamin if I saw any gray hair. It would probably stress him out.
Yeah, well, I'm so glad that you have Benjamin, and he's so beautiful. And for our listeners, we will definitely have a great photo of Joe and Benjamin up on the website that we'll be sharing with everyone so they can get a glimpse of you too. So tell us, Kim, about this partnership that you've been working on between America's VetDogs and Bil-Jac.
We're really excited and proud to be a part of this partnership with America's VetDogs and to be able to provide service dogs to disabled veterans at no cost to them. It's really kind of neat because our founders, Bill and Jack, which is where our name came from for Bil-Jac, they actually started Bil-Jac after they came out of World War II. So, this is kind of something that's very near and dear to our heart. And really, the fact that this is, really about dogs helping people and that relationship, like Joe said, the dog actually knows what he needs. Benjamin's really great. I've had the chance to meet Joe and Benjamin in person, and, Benjamin's really a terrific dog, and he really understands what Joe needs. He knows what he needs to do for him. And so having that opportunity to be a part of that and hear the stories and hear the different veterans talk about the change it's made in their lives has just been really a very exciting thing for us here at Bil-Jac.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Wow, and that's so amazing that it actually started after World War II. That's so cool.
Yeah, well, and it's really kind of neat that Bill and Jack did start the company then, and and of course that makes it a very, like I said, near and dear thing to their heart.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, so how did you guys get involved with America's VetDogs, and what are you doing with them?
We were contacted by them to see if maybe we'd be interested in doing something with them. And as we talked and realized that there was a really good fit for us, both from what we could help provide in the skin and coat formula treat that we have available, but also it just made a lot of sense for our culture. And really, it's the right thing for us to do. So we're really looking for that one organization that we could help to make an impact with. And so that's why we thought that this was just the perfect thing for us to do.
Yeah, it sounds like a great partnership. And so tell us, how do the treats benefit America's VetDogs?
So, we actually sell treats, and we sell them in a variety of retailers. So retailers like Petco and Walmart, Wegmans, Pet Supermarket, Pet Supplies Plus, a lot of independent retailers as well, independent pet retailers. And basically, we donate money back for the sales that we have. And then we also do some other additional things. Like recently, we just did a contest where someone won some money, and we also donated some money to the organization. So there's kind of a variety of ways that we work with VetDogs to be able to support them. And then that money that we help raise for them then goes into the programs to help provide the training and these dogs to our veterans.
That's great.
Another thing I want to add on to that, if I can, is that a lot of people don't realize that America's VetDogs, because it's a name that people are actually starting to recognize, especially in animal communities, they're truly donation-driven. They get absolutely no money from the government. So without people like Bil-Jac stepping up and helping get the name, yes, selling the products is great, and the money coming in is great, but also just as important is getting the name out there so that people recognize these dogs. They realize what they can do for people. I mean, for many, many people, these dogs are their only support system. And so that's something that's really, really important, is getting the name out there for everyone. And so, like I said, having these treats out there not only raises money, but for me personally, it also gets the name out there so people can start talking about it, start learning about it, because a lot of people don't realize exactly how important service animals can be.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's a great point, Joe. Thanks for bringing that up, because so many of these agencies that provide these incredible dogs don't get any other support other than the funds that they raise and through partnerships with great companies like Bil-Jac. So tell us, Joe, how did you decide to get an assistance dog? What was that process for you?
Well, for me personally, I met a dog named Deuce that was working with some people in the hospital at Walter Reed, and I was blown away at how much fun he was having doing his job in the discipline that he had. And I was like, where did you get this dog trained at? This dog is fantastic. He's a chocolate lab. He's just gorgeous. And they said he actually came from America's VetDogs. And I said, you've got to hook me up with these people. And so I got an application. I put application in. I talked to some people. And to be honest with you, I almost forgot about it because it took a few months because, you know, they're having to go on a case-by-case basis. And every one of these animals cost them, you know, every one of these dogs cost them over $50,000. The whole process from beginning to end. Because they do everything, from the breeding all the way to every bit of the training. They pay for all the puppy walk. Everything that the dog does is paid for. And so basically what happened with me is I put an application, and they called me a few months later and asked if they could come out and interview me and make sure that I was exactly, you know, I was ideal and that I was ready to take on the responsibility of having a service animal, and also to check and see how I walk and what I needed and those type of things. And they actually came out and watched me walk, watched me in the wheelchair, talked to me about what I do, my daily schedule. And once again, it went on so long after that I put it out of the back of my mind. I said, if it happens, it'll happen. And what they were doing is they spent that time, I mean, they picked the puppy out for me, and then it took them that time to train him specifically for me. I mean, he wasn't just pulled out of the stock and said, this one will do. They took him as a puppy and trained him for me.
Great.
And so they called me and said, we've got your dog Benjamin ready. And I said, Benjamin, that's an awesome name. And they said, can you come out to New York? I said, I've never been to New York. I would love to go to New York.
Yeah.
And it's just been history.
Oh, that's wonderful. So how long did you and Benjamin train together?
Well, we stayed up there for, let's see here, I think it was around 10 to 14 days. It was almost 2 weeks. It wasn't quite 2 weeks. But that whole time is spent from morning to afternoon training. The dogs already trained. They're training us. The dogs are training us, and the trainers are training us at that point.
Right,
and
right.
So that's where we learn all the things that the animals have been trained to do and how to get them to do it. And most importantly, how to care for the animals, because, you know, they derive all of their pleasure from doing awesome things for us. And so, you know, we owe them to take care of them as well.
Yeah, yeah. And how was that for you, having a dog in your life and having a dog with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
I'd never had anything like that before, so it was a total different experience for me. And I'll be honest with you, I loved it to start with, and it just got better and better and better and better.
Yep, that's totally how I felt, and I had to get used to dog hair. I don't know about you, but I had never seen so much dog hair, but boy, love it.
I will say that is the only downside is the dog hair. I don't mind taking them out. I don't mind the dog food, the cost. I don't mind any of that stuff. I'm in a wheelchair a lot of the time, so I have to spend a decent amount. Well, I have to have hardwood floors because I'll tear carpet up in about 6 months.
Me too.
And so when you've got dark walnut hardwood floors and a blonde dog, you have a blonde walnut hardwood floors.
I know.
And I sweep every day, too.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what my little mantra is, hair everywhere. Yeah, because that is one of the things. But it's a small price to pay.
Too. I don't know where it all comes from. It's like when you're sick and you blow your nose a million times. You're like, if they could find a way to harness this disgusting energy, we could just absolutely power the whole world.
That's right, absolutely. But it's a small price to pay for these incredible gifts that we've been given, right?
It really is. Like I said, he's family. He's more than just what he does for me. You can't put in the brochure the psychological benefit. And, I mean, he's a constant, non-judgmental companion. He doesn't judge you. He's there to listen. You're having a bad day. All he wants is to make it better.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
It's amazing. It's humbling.
It is. It is. It is. It's awe-inspiring. That's for sure. It is. Well, we are going to take just a quick break and hear some important messages from our sponsors, and we'll be right back to continue talking with Kim and Joe about America's VetDogs. So come right back.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Introducing the new Bret Michaels Pets Rock collection exclusively at PetSmart.
I created it for the pets that rock your world.
Shop the Bret Michaels Pets Rock collection and celebrate PetSmart's 25th anniversary with up to 25% off thousands of items on the PetSmart site. Plus free shipping on orders of $49 or more. Go to PetSmartDeal.com. That's PetSmartDeal.com. PetSmartDeal.com.
Love your pets but wish their medications were a lot less expensive? They are at 1-800-PET-MEDS. You'll not only save on flea and heartworm medications, but on prescriptions for arthritis, incontinence, thyroid, and more. And you get fast service, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Plus, our licensed pharmacists ensure accuracy, monitor drug interaction, and more. See why over 5 million people have trusted their pet's health to 1-800-PET-MEDS, America's largest pet pharmacy. Call now or order online.
Go to petmeds.com/work, WORK, to get 10% off any order and free shipping on orders of $39 or more at petmeds.com.
Dyson.
The new Dyson Animal Vacs are powerful bagless upright vacuums for homes with pets. Air muscle and radio root cyclone technology generates the strongest suction power to powerfully remove dust, dirt, and pet hair from the home or car. To order your Dyson Animal Vac, go to DysonDeals.com. DysonDeals.com to order your Dyson Animal Vac today.
Dyson. Music to your ears.
Your groomer is gonna hate me. Hi, I'm Allie McLennan. Join me for my Pet Life radio show, Groom for Improvement. You're gonna save time and money with these tips from my New York City grooming table. From product recommendations to do's and don'ts, I am gonna hook you up. So just do me a favor and don't mention this to your groomer. Groom for Improvement on Pet Life Radio.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Working Like Dogs on Pet Life Radio. And we're visiting today with Kim Gabelein and Joe Worley and Benjamin from America's VetDogs. And before the break, we were talking about the wonderful relationship between America's VetDogs and Bil-Jac. And I was just wondering, Kim, if you could tell us more about this and tell us about these treats that you guys have developed.
Sure. Our America's VetDogs dog treats are they're star-shaped, semi-moist treats, and they're really delicious because they're made with the real chicken as the number one ingredient. And what's really nice about them is it's a skin and coat formula, so it helps to support a healthy skin and coat with your pet. And so we had a lot of people who whose dogs just love the taste of these treats. And I think Joe, have you used our treats before?
Oh, yeah. We keep a constant supply in because I tell you, when, for me, especially when they first told me about it, I was like, oh, more treats, that's awesome, and then I threw one to Benjamin, and he ate it, and he ran right over to my hand and would not leave my hand alone for like 5 minutes. He was nuzzling me over and over, and I realized this stuff is dangerous to be used to manipulate dogs to do evil things. But no, he loves them, and they're fantastic.
We get a lot of good feedback, like Joe had said, about how dogs really like them, and like I said, they're made with real chicken, so they're a good formula to be feeding.
Yeah, and so where can people get them, Kim?
You can find them at Petco and Pet Supplies Plus and Pet Supermarket and a variety of other pet specialty retailers, and you can also find them at places like Walmart and Wegmans too. So there's a lot of different places where you can find them in the dog treat section.
Also, if you wanted to learn more about then they're also, you can Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, /VetDogs products, and also the website, VetDogs.com. They've got a link to the Bil-Jac site there as well.
And so you can find a store locator there to find the store that's nearest you.
Okay, great. And can you buy them online, or I guess you can do that through Walmart or Petco or any of those stores also?
Yes, I believe a few of our retailers do have them online as well.
Okay, that's great. Well, I know, I think Whistle is going to be like Benjamin and going to be wanting to know where his America's VetDogs treats are because he loves treats and is very food driven. So I think I'm going to have the same issue on my hands, Joe, that you have with Benjamin.
Oh, you just wait and see.
Oh, that's great. Well, what a great idea to do that treat and to have the name recognition. I mean, as Joe was saying earlier, that's so great for the program, not only because it generates income, but it does generate that name recognition. So hopefully more veterans can get curious and find out more about the program.
And that's exactly what I would really like to happen. I mean, people just don't realize how important these dogs can be for people.
Yeah,
and it's great to hear all the stories. I know that we get to talk to different folks. Like, I got to spend some time with Joe in the last few months, and it's nice to really kind of hear and understand and appreciate all the challenges that they have and what a dog can mean for them and for their independence. I know that one of the folks on our team was at a VetDogs dinner, and was sitting next to somebody, and he was saying that he was trying to understand why this gentleman had a service dog, and I guess during the dinner, I guess the veteran passed out. And what the dog actually was trained to do was trained to hold him into his chair so that he didn't fall out of his chair when he had these episodes. And apparently he's had these episodes. He has them fairly frequently. So he makes sure that he doesn't, he's not crossing the street or he doesn't fall out of his chair and he's not in a dangerous situation. So there's so many amazing stories that all of a sudden this gentleman could now go out and do things without his family worrying about him and without having to be stuck at home because he has the amazing dog that he has to help him. So it's so powerful and so amazing to really hear some of the different stories and all the different range of needs that these dogs can be trained to provide help with. It really is pretty amazing. And the need is so great. There's so many people who still do need dogs. So, being able to be involved in this and being able to, either buy treats or donate to the organization would really be a terrific way to be able to help.
Yeah, well, that's what I was wondering is how can our listeners support America's Vet Dogs?
Sure, obviously, if you go to VetDogs.com, you can certainly find a way there to be able to donate because you can donate directly to their organization. Obviously, we've been talking about the treats while we've been talking with you, Marcie, and that's another way to be able to help support the program. And of course, you can go out to America's Vet Dogs on Facebook, America's Vet Dogs Products and America's Vet Dogs. Those are both pages that you can go out to and be able to find out how you can become more engaged in the organization.
That's wonderful. And I'm guessing, Joe, that people can also apply for a dog. A veteran could apply for a dog through VetDogs.com?
They have all the contact information on VetDogs.com, and you can go there and start the application process. But, it's way more than just filling out paperwork. I mean, it's so personalized, these animals are. It's not like you fill out an application and they just, send you a dog. I mean, it's very involved on both parties because if somebody's going to be committed to, basically the person needs to be as committed to the animal as the animal is to the person. And so having this available for all the veterans that can be assisted by these animals is just my dream.
Yeah, I know. And that's a great point that you brought up because I remember when I went to get my first service dog, Ramona, one of the things that the trainer said to me that was such a reality check is that these dogs are not robots. We're not giving you a robot. We're giving you a living, breathing animal that you have to bond with, you have to motivate, you have to take care of so that it will take care of you. And that was so true because they are so wonderful and trained for each one of us as to what we need. And that bond and that relationship is it's hard to articulate it. It really is.
And once again, it's just one of those type of things to where someone just can't understand until they've been in that situation. I mean, even as someone who has, one of these awesome dogs, when you have a prosthetic leg or you're in a wheelchair, people stare at you all the time. I've got a big mouth and I'm redheaded and I'm used to stare at anyway. But when you've got a beautiful older neighbor beside you, no one's staring at you anymore. It just gives you, I'm not even self-conscious, but it just gave you such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I know I used to hate to sit and wait for a friend to come meet me or something because like you said, people would always stare and they would look at you like you just, came from another planet. But once I got my assistance dog, then all of a sudden they didn't care about me. They were like, wow, that's such a beautiful dog. Can I touch your dog? And it was such a relief for that focus to be... I've literally had people come up to try to pet the dog, and I tell them, you can't do that. He's working. He's wearing his vest right now. I'm in a wheelchair. I could hurt him, and then look at me like they saw me the first time and actually go, whoa, like they just realized that that you're there.
That I'm missing my leg. I've got a prosthetic and I'm in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Oh, this dog has a human with him.
Right. It's all about Benjamin. Yeah. I know. Or I go out in public and people are hollering, "Hey, Whistle," and then they look at me and like, "Hey," because they don't know who I am, but they certainly know Whistle. Which is great. It's so great to take that focus off of us and put it on our amazing dogs. So. That's interesting. I'm really happy to hear you say that, though, that you're good about not letting people touch your dog. How is that? Is that hard for you to tell people they can't touch Benjamin?
It's really hard because he looks like the biggest, huggiest, sweetest thing in the world. And so I think that if I ever get up enough gumption to get another dog, I think I'm going to ask them for something that's part wolf. That way people, because I hate having to tell people, especially kids, that they can't. But actually kids listen better than adults. Adults
I found that too.
They don't touch him now as they start to put their hand on his head. And I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
The kids actually are used to obeying adults. Adults don't listen to other adults.
I found that to be the same situation as well. The kids are actually way more respectful.
Mm-hmm. Which makes me much more inclined to take his vest off if I've got a few minutes and he's acting good that day,
Yeah, so. Yeah. Well, Joe, what would be your advice to veterans that might be thinking about getting an assistance dog?
You need to call these people and come up and talk to, the America's Vet Dog people and just so you can educate yourself on what these dogs can do for you. And if you have dogs, please, go through Bil-Jac. Try the treats out. I mean, that way you can do something you're going to do anyway and still support something absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Well, I can't thank you two enough for being with us today. And tell us one more time, Kim, how can people get information about America's Vet Dogs and America's Vet Dogs treats?
Well, you can come to the website at www.vetdogs.com. And, I also wanted to mention that we also have a coupon out there right now. So if you go out there, you can actually digitally print a coupon that you can take to the store right away and get some treats. And then you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter at VetDogs Products.
Okay, great. And I will be printing out that coupon and going and getting some for Whistle. I guarantee you.
That's great, Marcie. I know Whistle will just love them.
I know he will.
I'm really happy for him. He's going to love them. Yeah, like dog nips.
Well, thank you two so much. And Joe, please give Benjamin a big hug for me and Whistle.
Oh, I sure will.
Okay,
thanks,
great.
Marcie. Give Whistle a hug for us, too.
I will.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And thank you, our listeners, for being with us. We appreciate that. And we also appreciate your emails, and we just want you to keep those coming. So please feel free to email me at Marcie, Marcie, at PetLifeRadio.com. And you can also follow Working Like Dogs on Facebook and Twitter and read our blog at WorkingLikeDogs.com. So thanks so much. Take good care, and we look forward to being with you again soon.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.